Here's something that might surprise you. Your cat could be desperately bored right now, and you'd have absolutely no idea. Think about it. Your cat has food, water, a clean litter box, maybe even a fancy cat tree. They seem fine. They sleep most of the day. No complaints, right? Wrong. What if I told you that most indoor cats are living in what's essentially a mental prison, and the signs are so subtle that even the most loving cat parents completely miss them? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why it matters, and most importantly, what you can do about it starting today. So here's the thing. We all know that indoor cats live safer lives. They're protected from cars, predators, diseases, and all the dangers of the outside world, and that's absolutely true. Keeping cats indoors is often the safest choice. But here's what most people don't realize. Safety and mental fulfillment are not the same thing. Just because a cat is safe doesn't mean their brain is getting what it needs. And this is where the problem begins. Let me paint you a picture. In a natural environment, cats spend a huge portion of their day hunting, exploring, problem-solving, and making decisions. Their brains are constantly engaged. They're watching for movement, planning their next move, figuring out how to catch prey, navigating complex terrain. Every single day is full of mental challenges. Their brains are wired for this. It's what they were designed to do over thousands of years of evolution. Now let's look at indoor life. Food appears in a bowl at the same time every day. No hunting required. The territory is the same four walls day after day. There's no need to make decisions, no problems to solve, no challenges to overcome. And over time, something happens. The cat's brain adapts to this lack of stimulation. But here's the critical part. This adaptation doesn't mean the cat is content. It means the brain is underused. It's like having a high-performance sports car and only ever driving it to the mailbox. Mental understimulation is exactly what it sounds like. It's a lack of meaningful cognitive engagement. And before you start feeling guilty, let me be clear. This doesn't mean your cat is miserable all the time. It doesn't mean you're a bad cat parent. What it means is that their mental needs aren't being fully met. And the tricky part is that the signs are incredibly easy to miss because they're subtle. They creep up slowly. And they often look like normal cat behavior. So what does mental understimulation actually look like? Well, it's not always dramatic. You might be expecting me to say your cat will be destroying furniture or acting aggressive. Sometimes that happens, sure. But more often, it shows up in quieter ways. Excessive sleeping is one sign. Now, cats do sleep a lot naturally, anywhere from 12 to 16 hours a day. But there's a difference between healthy sleep and a cat that's sleeping out of sheer boredom because there's nothing else to do. Restlessness is another sign. Your cat might seem unable to settle. They'll move from spot to spot, never quite comfortable, never quite engaged. Or you might see the opposite, those sudden bursts of energy, the ones we call the zoomies. Your cat is calm 1 second and then racing through the house like they've lost their mind. While occasional zoomies are normal, if they're happening at the same time every single day like clockwork, it could be pent-up mental energy with nowhere to go. Then there's irritability. Maybe your cat seems more easily annoyed than they used to be. They might swat at you when you try to pet them, or they've become less tolerant of handling. Some cats become clingy, following their human around constantly but not actually initiating play or interaction. They just shadow you, almost like they're searching for something but don't know what. Other cats go the opposite direction and withdraw. They become unusually calm and disengaged. They're physically present but mentally checked out. You might notice excessive grooming, sometimes to the point of creating bald patches. Increased vocalization is another red flag. Your cat might meow more than usual, seemingly for no reason. And here's a big one: loss of interest in toys. You bought them that expensive interactive toy, and they played with it for a day or two, and now it's just sitting there collecting dust. Now, let me be really clear about something. None of these behaviors automatically means there's a problem. Cats are individuals. They have different personalities and preferences. But when you start seeing multiple signs together, especially in a cat that lives exclusively indoors, that's when you need to pay attention. The problem is, these behaviors get dismissed all the time. We tell ourselves, oh, that's just how my cat is. They're lazy. They're independent. They don't like toys. But what if it's not personality? What if it's boredom? Here's where a lot of cat parents make a well-intentioned mistake. They see their cat seems bored, so they go out and buy a bunch of toys. The house becomes filled with toy mice, feather wands, balls, crinkly things, you name it. And at first, the cat might show some interest, but then, a few days later, nothing. The toys are ignored. And the person concludes, well, I guess my cat just doesn't like toys. Case closed. But here's what's really happening. The issue isn't the number of toys, it's the lack of interaction. A toy just sitting on the floor doesn't do anything for a cat's brain. It doesn't activate their problem-solving skills. It doesn't trigger their hunting instincts. It doesn't create any sense of purpose or challenge. Think about it this way. If I handed you a tennis ball and told you to entertain yourself, you'd probably bounce it a few times and get bored. But if I invited you to play tennis with me, suddenly that same ball becomes part of an engaging, mentally stimulating activity. Cats are the same way. Mental stimulation comes from engagement, not objects. So what actually works? How do you provide real mental stimulation for your cat? The good news is, it's not about doing more. It's about doing things differently, and it doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Let's talk about play first. This is huge. Interactive play is one of the most powerful tools you have, but it needs to be done right. The key is consistency over duration. Your cat doesn't need an hour-long play marathon. What they need is short, regular, predictable play sessions. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of intentional, focused play can make a massive difference. Here's what intentional play looks like. You're not just waving a toy around randomly, you're mimicking prey behavior. Make the toy scurry like a mouse. Make it flutter like a bird. Let your cat stalk it. Let them crouch and wiggle their butt before they pounce. Let them catch it sometimes because the reward of catching is important. And here's a pro tip. End play sessions on a high note right after a successful catch and follow it up with a small treat or meal. This mimics the natural hunt-catch-eat cycle and provides deep satisfaction. Now let's talk about food. In the wild, cats don't eat from a bowl. They hunt for every meal. And hunting isn't just physical exercise, it's mentally demanding. You can recreate this at home in safe, simple ways. Puzzle feeders are excellent for this. You can buy them or make your own. Hide small portions of food around the house. Use scatter feeding, where you toss kibble across the floor so your cat has to search and hunt for each piece. The point is to make your cat work a little bit for their food. Not in a mean way, but in a way that engages their brain and satisfies their natural instincts. Environmental enrichment is another game changer. And no, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on cat furniture. Although vertical spaces are great if you can provide them. Cats love to be up high. It makes them feel secure and gives them a better vantage point to observe their territory. Even something as simple as clearing off a bookshelf or allowing access to the top of a refrigerator can be enriching. Rotation is important too. If your cat has access to the same spaces all the time, they become background noise. Try rotating which rooms your cat can access. Close off one area for a week, then open it back up. That change in routine and environment can spark curiosity. Window access is incredibly valuable. If your cat can watch birds, squirrels, or even just passing cars and people, that's mental stimulation. You can enhance this by setting up a bird feeder outside a window. Just make sure the window is secure and the cat can't get out. Some people even play videos designed for cats, showing birds or fish. It sounds silly, but many cats genuinely engage with this. Here's something people often overlook. Your interaction matters. Not just play, but everyday interaction. Talk to your cat. Respond when they meow at you. Pay attention to their cues. If your cat brings you a toy, that's an invitation. Don't ignore it. Cats are incredibly observant. They learn patterns, they anticipate routines, they pick up on subtle changes in your behavior and mood. When you engage with them verbally and socially, you're providing mental stimulation. You're treating them like the intelligent, sentient beings they are. Let me give you some practical examples you can start today. First, establish a daily play routine. Same time every day if possible. Even just 10 minutes before breakfast and 10 minutes before bed. Make it consistent. Your cat will start to anticipate it, and that anticipation itself is mentally engaging. Second, if you're currently free feeding, meaning your cat has access to food all day, consider switching to scheduled meals. This creates structure and purpose to their day. You can combine this with puzzle feeders or food hiding games. Third, rotate toys. Don't leave all the toys out all the time. Keep most of them put away and rotate which ones are available every few days. This keeps things novel and interesting. Fourth, create vertical pathways. This could be as simple as rearranging furniture so your cat can jump from the chair to the desk to the shelf. Cats love having these vertical highways. Fifth, introduce new scents safely. Bring in a paper bag from the grocery store or a cardboard box. Cats find new smells interesting. Just make sure there's nothing harmful. Sixth, consider clicker training. Yes, you can train cats. Teaching them simple tricks or behaviors isn't just cute. It's mental exercise. It challenges their brain in a positive way. Now, I want to address something important. If you're watching this and realizing your cat might be understimulated, please don't feel guilty. Seriously, modern indoor living wasn't designed with feline cognitive needs in mind. We live in apartments and houses built for humans. We have busy lives. We're doing the best we can. Recognizing that your cat might need more mental engagement isn't a failure. It's awareness, and awareness is the first step toward positive change. The beautiful thing is that small changes, applied consistently, can make a meaningful difference. You don't have to overhaul your entire life or spend a fortune. You just need to be intentional. Observe your cat. Learn their preferences. Some cats love chase toys. Others prefer puzzle feeders. Some are motivated by food. Others by social interaction. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, but when you start paying attention and trying different things, you'll figure out what works for your specific cat. Here's what you might notice when you start addressing mental understimulation. Your cat may seem more alert and engaged. They might initiate play more often. You might see a decrease in problem behaviors like excessive meowing or destructive scratching. Some cats become more affectionate because their needs are being met and they're happier overall. Sleep patterns might normalize. Instead of sleeping out of boredom, they're sleeping because they're genuinely tired from mental and physical activity. The bond between you and your cat will likely strengthen because you're communicating better and meeting their needs more effectively. Cats communicate constantly through their behavior. Every action, every vocalization, every posture is telling us something. When we learn to read these signals and respond appropriately, everything changes. We stop seeing our cats as low-maintenance pets that just need food and water. We start seeing them as complex, intelligent animals with real psychological needs. And when those needs are met, both the cat and the human benefit. So let's recap what we've covered today. Indoor cats are safer, but safety alone doesn't provide mental fulfillment. Mental understimulation shows up in subtle ways like excessive sleeping, restlessness, irritability, clinginess, withdrawal, and loss of interest in activities. The solution isn't buying more toys. It's providing engagement through interactive play, food puzzles, environmental enrichment, and meaningful social interaction. Small, consistent changes make a big difference. And recognizing these needs doesn't make you a bad cat parent. It makes you an informed one. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Share it with another cat parent who might benefit from this information. And if you want more content about understanding and caring for cats, hit that subscribe button. I'm here to help you give your cat the best life possible, and that starts with understanding what they really need. Thanks for watching, and give your cat some extra attention today. They'll appreciate it more than you know.